Okay, so let's finish this problem. We have, well, it is done. We found the points, but we're going to now see if it makes sense. So, as I was saying at the beginning of the last video, it's probably a good idea to make a sketch, even on this problem where it looks like you don't need to, because it should help you see if your answers make sense or not. So, the first thing I'm going to do is graph it. I used Desmos because it gives a nice and clear graph. This is the graph they gave us, y equals x squared minus 2. This is the point that we are looking at, 0 comma negative 1. And the question was, find the points on this graph that are nearest to that point. Well, this point is right on the axis of symmetry. So it makes sense that there'd be 2 points, one on the right side and one on the left side. Where those points would be, well, sometimes you might think, well, let's just go straight across. That's the closest, but that would not be the closest because if you go down here, this line would be shorter than this line, obviously. So you learned in geometry that the shortest distance between a point and a line would be a perpendicular distance. That doesn't really apply directly to a point in a curve because how do you get perpendicular to a curve? Well, the answer to that is, and maybe think about it before I say it, if you go perpendicular to the tangent line of a curve, that will get you the shortest distance. So we could do some investigations with tangent lines since we're in calculus. We're not going to spend time to do that, but it makes sense that there's going to be 2 solutions here. Now, the 2 solutions we got were dealt with irrational answers, but one was positive 1 over root 2, which is hopefully around here, negative 3 halves. Now, so this is 1. So yeah, look at this. It makes sense that this is negative 1.5 for y. So it looks like this is perfect. We did this problem right. Remember, we got negative 3 halves, comma, I'm sorry, negative 1 over root 2, comma, negative 3 halves, and positive 1 over root 2, comma, negative 3 halves. That looks great. Now, since I had this in Desmos, I want to, first of all, it looks great, but that was an irrational number. So if I made a small error, I wouldn't really be able to tell. So I want to go to Desmos just to make sure that those points we found were actually on the graph. So I'm going to zoom in a little bit. You can see the points on the left are the points I got. So let's reveal them. The first point is right here. The second point is right here. So now I'm really confident with my answer. Those must be right. So we can go on to the next interesting and enjoyable problem. So hope you enjoyed that one, and I will see you next time.